What if I told you that one of the greatest stories ever told on TV history starts with a guy having a panic attack over some ducks? In the early 2000s / late 90s, Sopranos came out, and it pretty much reinvented TV at the time. The center of the show is an actor named James Gandolfini. He plays a character, Tony Soprano. Tony's a mafia boss for the New Jersey crime family. He works in, let's say, waste management, extortion, hits, debts, all the usual mafia stuff. But in the first episode, he just collapses. And his favored ducks that you see throughout the beginning fly away. This acts like a mob show, but it's actually a psychological thriller. Later in the season, after the collapse, Tony begins seeing a therapist named Dr. Melfi, Jennifer Melfi, played by Lorraine Bracco. She was in another mafia movie but didn't want to be Tony's wife because she felt cliche. This part of the show is genius because the therapy sessions frame the entire series. You don't just get to watch Tony commit the crimes, you get to see him talk about his insecurities and his justifications and his fear of losing control of his business and his resentment towards his mom, especially that. In season 1, it's revealed that Tony's biggest competitor isn't even a rival family. It's his mom, Livia Soprano. She's emotionally abusive, she's bitter, she's manipulative. She uses her guilt like it's a weapon. Every conversation between her and Tony is like a parasite draining him. And in therapy with Melfi, you learn that his panic attacks stem from his childhood trauma, specifically with his mother. While Tony is having a struggle with his mother and the anxiety attacks, there's a struggle going on the other side with the family. The acting boss is dying, and Junior Soprano, Tony's uncle, believes that he deserves the top spot. Tony, being a smart guy, he's obviously the boss, he lets Junior take the title, while secretly, controlling everything from behind. It's really 4D chess. Eventually, though, Junior gets a hold of Tony's mom, and they start to talking, and, we've already explained how she is, and she, convinces Junior to make a fucky wucky. Junior orders a hit on Tony. And that's not good, A hit on your own family member, let alone somebody else in the same family. Mafia-wise, not bloodline-wise. The assassination attempt obviously fails. This is season 1. There's 5 more seasons. But, here's what makes it a little different from every other generic story. Tony finds out that his mom helped support the plan to get him killed. Honestly, peak poetry on that writing there. So not only do you get your fix of mafia stuff like The Godfather or the Goodfellas movie, you also get the emotional, raw, psychological stuff. And then throughout all of this, in the actual home of Tony, you've got his wife enjoying the wealth, but not really knowing what to think about it, whether she should or shouldn't, and his daughter, just questioning everything. And little AJ boy, not doing shit, just floating around, how it be. One moment Tony's grilling, the next moment he's killing. That's the contrast that makes it feel real, man. In season 1, we also meet my favorite character, Christopher Moltisanti. He's Tony's nephew, he's Tony's protege. Chris wants to rise in the mob, but he's realistically pretty insecure and getting desperate at this point for validation because he sees everybody else moving up around him and he's not going anywhere and he's constantly talked down upon. You know the story. We can all relate. But Tony does see potential in him, and mob's full of people that want to step on each other. That's how it is. Everyone wants respect, no one wants to give it. No one ever feels secure. So at the end of season 1, Tony's gotten power. Junior's been sidelined because of the hit, The immediate threats are completely handled, but Tony is still going to therapy and still suffering from anxiety attacks. His mom suffers a stroke at this point, and Season 1 ends, it just leaves you wanting more and more and more and more. I honestly sat down and watched this show in like one sitting in a week, and yes, bravo. Just I wish I wasn't so complaining about it when it was still new. But I was also young, so. By the end, Tony can control everything besides his emotions and his psychology, so Melfi stays around. We'll get into the next season next time. Like, subscribe, comment, leave a suggestion, call my buddy stupid. You know how it'll be.